Very much. I'm going to be talking about natural wine, what natural wine is, why it differs to commercial wine, and why I think maybe you should give it a try. So I'm sure all of you are aware of the trend for locally sourced produce, ethically sourced produce, craft beer, craft gin. Yet most people seem to be happy drinking the wine equivalent of battery farming. And I'd like you just to maybe think a little bit more about what's in your glass. Maybe you've got a glass in front of you at the moment. Grapes are the second most chemically treated crop in the entire world after citrus fruits, which has some severe issues, which we'll go on to talk about. But in wine, it's not just the farming and the grapes, it's also what happens in the winery. And there's a plethora of additives and treatment processes that wine goes through that's not listed on wine labels, it's not put on the bottles, and people don't really know what's in their wine. This is an issue because land health is severely suffering. You see on the left here, this is a chemically treated vineyard. On the right, it's a vineyard that has had no synthetic sprays or pesticides added to it. But it's not just the health of the land which is suffering, it's the health of the people and the vineyard workers. Pesticides have been linked to illness, cancer, Parkinson's, and death for a number of years. But in 2012, in France, it was actually officially held by the courts that vineyard spraying was responsible for the death of a man called James Bernard Murat. And this is going to be the first of many cases of pesticide deaths that's going to be officially linked. Organics, organic farming is a step towards solving this issue. However, organics isn't necessarily enough. And as one of my favourite wine producers says, organics is like asking a high jumper who can clear 2 meters to jump a bar at 80 centimeters. Organics is good, it's a step in the right direction, but it's simply not enough. And I'll explain a little bit why that is in a minute. People who want to go a step further than organic farming can do something called biodynamic farming, which if you're interested in, look it up. I'm not going to go into it now because it makes me seem a bit crazy, and I don't have the time. I've got 15 seconds a slide. But leading on from farming, going into the winery, commercial wine, mass-produced wine, this is what happens. Fermentation is controlled by shop-bought yeast, sugar is added to increase ripeness, and then acid is added to reduce the ripeness that was just added by the sugar. Then apologies if this puts you off your wine, but animal agents, including isinglass from fish bladders, gelatin, milk product, egg proteins, colorants, are all added, or can be added, and there are over 200 legally allowed additives to mass-produced wine. Now when talking about organics, biodynamics and natural, this is just a quick graphic which I think explains it well. The number of additives you can have in organic, the number of additives you can have in biodynamic, natural wine, nothing. So what happens with natural wine? Well, in the vineyard, no chemical treatment. Those grapes come into the winery and they're pressed by feet or by hand in a small basket press. Then that juice that comes from those grapes goes into a tank or a barrel where it's left to ferment naturally with yeasts that occur on the grapes or that are ambient in the air. And then apart from a little bit of sulfur dioxide occasionally, nothing is added. You are literally drinking just grapes. Now this means that the wine, in my opinion and many people's opinion, tastes better. I compare it to a cloudy apple juice or a local apple juice compared to a shop-bought apple juice from concentrate. I also like to think of it as blue cheese. So compare a shop-bought mild pasteurized cheddar to a stinky blue cheese. It tastes great, it's really intense in flavour, and it's really interesting. This is a really interesting slide that I'll briefly explain. 2 wines from Sancerre in France, the same grapes. This is, under the microscope, a supermarket wine. This is a natural wine with nothing added, looked at under the microscope. So with natural wine, it tastes better, it's better for you, it's better for the environment, and you're supporting artisans, you're supporting real people who are working in the vineyard every day to create wine that they love, that's interesting, and it tastes really, really good. So yeah, just if you're interested in natural wine, then hit me up on social media. Bunch Wine Bar. Come taste with a friend and enjoy it, because that's what it's there for.